Wait till 8:30. Hi, Ketan. So yeah, so we just wait for some few more people to join in. So today's topic is finding the right coach. So you're the first one I see chatting with me. So Ketan, tell me about coaching. You, what do you think coaching means? So no answer, Ketan. Ketan is it is to about mentor. Okay. So is mentoring and coaching same? So yeah. So let's start with the topic today. So I'm Smita, and I call myself a traveler through life. And so I am a chartered accountant as well, and I do have a lot of passions like writing. Like I'm an author as well and a dancer, and I do take out time for to do a lot of things which I'm passionate about. And this speaker session are also one of them. So I think my life changed because of a coach as well. So I used to be a workaholic, and then I took a gap of 2 years from my work. Took a sabbatical from work to travel, and after I came back from travel, I understood the importance of a coach. So I found a coach who helped me find my hidden potential, basically, who helped me rediscover myself. So it's a journey. So coaching, mentoring, and counseling are three concepts which are always mixed up, basically. So if you look at any sports, for example, cricket or football, so there's always a coach. So what does coach? What is why if the player is also a good player, still they need a coach? What is the reason behind that? So what coach does is that all coaching does is it's taking a player to a level where he can't take himself, so that he's able to see or let the person know his hidden potential or what he's got inside himself or herself, and they are able to take it to the next level or next performance level or wherever they want to go, whatever dreams they want to they wish for themselves to get fulfilled. It's all about that. So hi Amo, yeah. So this is what coaching does basically. There's a difference between coaching, mentoring, and counseling. So or a therapy, which you can say counseling therapy and all. So what do you so because we started with mentoring, so I want to know. So what happens when you get a mentor? So if you have a mentor, what you can go do that is mentoring is also another way of getting to better your performance. There are a lot of benefits when you have a mentor as well. So for example, if you're working in an office, if you have a senior, you can get into mentoring session. So there can be a mentoring from a senior person to a junior person, which is called mentoring. There can be reverse mentoring also when it happens from a junior person to senior as well. So right now, because of this digital changes which are happening and a lot of things which are happening on the go and a lot of digitalization happening, because of that, what's happening is people who are senior, who are not familiar with this digital world. What they do is they try to have sessions with juniors. Basically, that's called reverse mentoring. So where the benefit of that reverse mentoring is you gain knowledge about the technology changes or the things which the youngsters are going through right now, and the youngsters benefits from the experience the mentor has or the senior person has. So that's how the mentor-mentee relationship works in both ways. So mentoring and reverse mentoring is a very different and interesting concept which is there now. Nowadays, it's very relevant in your corporate sectors and all. And what does mentoring mean? So mentoring refers to a specific question. It addresses a specific question. It also provides you with useful resources, and also it is a language which is specific to a topic. So it's a learning specific to a topic. So you want to complete the message. I'm here to learn about. So complete the message I'm here to learn about. Okay, so we are here to learn about more about coaching and how to find the right coach basically. So I was telling about mentoring. So mentoring you can do it with any individual and any senior person, and it is a specific task if you want to understand, if you specifically want to look at a career growth, or if you're looking at basically it's based on the past experiences what you've gone through. It mentor helps you learn from your past experiences. Therapy or counseling is more to do with emotions, basically how to tackle your emotions, how to deal with emotions, how what were the past patterns, if you had any relationship issues with your colleagues, with different kinds of people, and the way you emote, the emotions and the feelings come out. That's where counseling and therapy helps you. But coaching is very different. So coaching it is also called as the most effective leadership as well, because what it does is it helps an individual to not only transform, empower, but also unlock the potential. So it helps you in with that. So I'll take you to a slider basically. So I normally don't use sliders, but this time I'm using a slider so that I can tell you what you mean, what it means, what coaching means, and what are the what you call a role of a coach in a life, what are the benefits, what is the process, and how you can identify or find a coach for yourself. So let me go through the PPT, and you can ask me questions, whatever you have. The pop-up will definitely come up on the chat, and I can answer those questions as well. So let me go through the PPT, which I've just prepared for this. This is the first time I'm doing a PPT session. I generally don't do it. Let's see how it goes as well. So yeah, let me go to the window. I'm also trying for the first time. I can't share my window. Let me share what's. Let me try once again. Not able to open my sliders. Let me go to the entire screen. Yeah, so it's going to my screen. Let's see if I can open. So can you see my screen? I hope you are able to see my screen. And so the topic, as this was first slide was a topic, the next one is about coaching. So what do you mean by coaching basically? It's a form of a development in which an experienced person called coach supports a learner. Here you can say a coachee to achieve their specific goals basically in life. So that is what you mean by coaching. And what does a coach do? So normally coach क्या करेगा, कोई अगर आपको tickle करता है, when somebody tickles you, what happens? So something happens in your body, right? The same way what coach generally does, the role of a coach is to tickle your mind or a brain. So it helps us to think very, very differently. And also it also let us become curious and non-judgmental. What they do is they generate a kind of curiosity in us, and also they're very non-judgmental. They don't judge us with whatever things we speak about and whatever things which we tell them, and they also provide us safe space so that we truly explore our potential. So. Um, is this something which you have any question? It's all white. Yes, visible. Yes, but it's white. Okay. Let me see. Let me stop sharing and check what's the issue. Yeah. So now are you able to see the screen? Because I so yeah, I spoke about what you call role of a coach and also about coaching. So yeah, so coach का काम यही है कि आपके brain को थोड़ा tickle कर ले, and so that you can start thinking differently, and solutions are within ourselves. So we need to know, we will only be able to find our own solutions. वो हमें अपने खुद के potential, will be able to explore our own hidden potential. That is the role of a coach. Coach doesn't come here and does a magic to you, but the person will ask you relevant questions. Basically, when they ask you those relevant questions, and they tickle your brain, they make you think, basically. So that helps, basically. So if I go to the next screen, so it is so process क्या होता है, मतलब कि so when you go to a coach, so what is the generally process क्या होगा कि what is the methodology they follow, and how will the meeting would be like. So those are the questions people have when we talk about a coach. It's like the way we go to a doctor. कोई मैजिक वॉन्ड से कुछ ठीक कर देगा या कोई सोल्यूशन दे देगा हमारे प्रॉब्लम्स का, ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता. So what they do is they'll ask you questions, and they'll ask you so many questions so that you become aware, कि एक awareness create होती है आपके अंदर, and it's a self discovery journey. So when they ask you relevant questions, it becomes a journey of you discovering about yourself, which is very, very important, because that helps you to know that those questions will trigger something inside you, and and coaches generally know what to ask, and they help you not only find your blind spots कि आपको कहाँ पे there is a gap where what you're saying, where you want to go, and what your aspirations, dreams are. They'll ask you those questions, and automatically वो जब आप क्या कहते हैं आपका mind से वो declutter होके, I mean everything gets decluttered, and you get clarity basically when you start answering those questions, basically. So they provide you all the encouragement. They tell you to speak your mind out. They encourage you to talk about whatever is going on in your life, whatever you want to address, and why you've come for a coaching. All those questions they will ask you. They will be unbiased third party perspective. They will listen to you. They will listen as if it is they have to be a good listener, basically, because they can't be biased about what you're saying. They will give a third party perspective, so it's very easy, and they also provide you guidance as well, and also it's a reflective approach. Ki, why do you think it has happened? So, for example, if you say XY thing happened to you, so they will try to ask you, why do you think that happened to you? So those are the questions they will ask you. So why the main things like how, what, why, those are 5 W's and 1 H, 5 W's or H wali questions, and they will definitely ask you those questions in a very, very relaxed manner, and it will always be result oriented. ये नहीं होगा कि बिना कोई मतलब सर पाव के people would be asking you questions. They will ask you genuine question. They will ask you to the point. They'll also make you accountable for it. They will make you realize कि if you say this is not worked in your favor, और आपको ये promotion नहीं मिला, तो you will say कि मेरे boss ने मुझे promotion नहीं दिया. If not got a promotion, that is the reason you think you need those skill set. The coach will definitely ask you, why do you think you did not get the promotion? Why did the other person get the promotion? What are the skill sets you're lacking? So those things will trigger of making a better person. So that is the role of a coach. Coach कोई आके, they will not tell you that, they will not do a comparison of you with somebody else. They will help you to find what is hidden inside you. What are the talents you have? What are the flaws you have? What are your plus points, basically? What you can focus on, which and what are the areas where you can be better at? So that's how they look at, and that's how they advise you. It's not a probably mostly they don't even advise you basically. So अगर वो advise कर रहे हैं तो they are not the right coaches. They have to listen to you and you have to come up with your solutioning basically. And और हमारे कुछ क्या कहते हैं कुछ important questions. Okay, what happened? Why it's not coming? So again it's gone. So let me. Can you see it now? I can't. Yeah. Okay, let me go to that screen again. So ये क्या है benefits क्या होते हैं basically अगर आप when you go to a coach, what does it help you basically they will help you to find answers to very important questions in your life. So what first most the important thing is your time management. So you need to know how to balance your time basically, how to achieve everything in your life. So for you want your career, you want fitness, you want your relationship sector to go well, you want money, you want everything. So they help you with the time management, how you can achieve everything in life basically. So they help you with the time management. They also help you with balancing, how you can balance time out with your they will give you ideas, they will ask you questions. So they will tell you you can strike a balance between your passion, work, and also your home life. And also, so there is what you call they will also let you know what are the skills you need basically. If you need a skill, for example अगर आपको लगता है communication skill चाहिए, if you need an sometimes if you want to write something, you want to write a book, so you want to they will tell you to work on your writing skills, read more books, or read quotes, or write quotes, or write poetry, or whatever way of expression of writing you want to do. They will help you. And also there's an element of stress in one of us goes through. So they help you with de-stressing as well. They don't tell you कि ऐसे करने से आपको stress चला जाएगा. They will ask you what is the way you can de-stress. What do you think the ways you can de-stress? Because basically, if you think you can go out and play, you can go in the morning and play. You can, if you have a passion for painting, can you do once in a week, once in a 2 weeks, something like that. They will ask you those questions, and so you come up with an idea how you can de-stress yourself. That is really very interesting conversations when you have it with your coach, because you start thinking differently as well. And when you're sitting with them, you will not think you think outside the box. That's what I can tell you. So when they ask you questions, so आपका दिमाग भी घूमता है, and you start thinking अच्छा ऐसे this is also a possibility. So if you think you want to lose weight, you want to get into fitness, you do not have to do 7 days. You can do 3 days a week, 4 days a week, or 2 days a week. You start with that and get into, you can donate, give more time for that. And also sometimes what we see is you have to have healthy boundaries with people as well, so that you can manage your anger levels, anxiety levels, or you can take out time for yourself. You do not have me time as well. So coach also helps you asking those relevant questions to let you know how you can set up a boundary as well. So these are the things which I think they you will get an answer to these questions, very important questions of life. There's a time management, stress management, or setting up boundaries along your relationship and with your people, peers, etc. So, and the next thing, which is another thing which I'll take you through, is the which I feel is really important, is, and which is the last slider, which is the attributes of a coach. Okay, let me see if you can see the attributes. So what do you think are the attributes of a coach? So because unless and you understand the attributes of a coach, you will not be able to find a coach for yourself. So सबसे पहला quality होना चाहिए उनका effective communication style. So how effective their communication style is basically. Are they good listeners? They let you speak your mind out. Do they ask you relevant questions? So or do they just they speak? They don't let you speak out at all. They are the only ones guiding you. So you have to understand, if a coach has a very effective communication style, then it's really good. And there is deep listening, because there's deep listening required. Because what happens is when you have this coach and coachee relationship, coachee has to send out everything or say everything what is going in his mind. So, and the coach has to listen. If the coach is not listening to you, is cutting you short, and is not a good listener, then that's not a right coach for you. And also being neutral. So being neutral is very important. They are not biased. They are not giving you political views. If you're talking about any political situation, they are not giving. They're not taking sides. Basically, they should not be a biased opinion. They should give you an unbiased opinion, basically, and they should hold you accountable. So if you tell that you were not able to achieve something, they should make you accountable and say, because XYZ reason, this is the reason you are not able to do it. You will come up with the reason why you failed at something or you were not able to achieve something. That is what the coach does. And if something goes well also, that accountability is also yours, basically. So those aspects coach actually talks to you when you have a one-on-one session with the coach and all. And also it also helps in, they also, so we all have limiting beliefs. When we grow up, we grow up in a certain environment, certain family, so we get the value sets or the belief from our own home, or the kind of exposure our families has gone through. So what we do have is your limited beliefs that ki, am I good enough? Will I be able to do it? मेरे घर पे people at my home are making fun of me. Will I be able to address that? Will I be able to address such a big audience if I go for a session like that? So those are all limited beliefs. So what they help you, the coach has to have a strategic thinking hat, basically. They should be able to challenge your limiting beliefs. Why do you think you can't go and speak in front of 100 people? They should be able to challenge you. Then you come up with your fear. You can conquer your fears, because they will be able to ask you those relevant questions. Why you have that fear and how you can do it. So those the 5 W's or 1 H के जो questions है, those are the relevant questions which a coach will ask you, and it is not a very serious conversation. It will be a very fun also. कोई वहाँ पे कोई stick लेके आपके ऊपर कोई teacher नहीं खड़ा हुआ. It's a normal conversation. They are asking you about what do you think, where do you want to go, why you think you have not reached. So all those questions you will see, and you will know where you stand and where you want to go, the gap, basically. And main thing is goal setting. They'll give you small goals. If you want to achieve certain career goals at certain level, and 1 year's time, they will tell you after 3 months, kaise gaya? How did it happen? Have you moved on? Have you improved on the skill set which you thought was necessary for you to become to the next level after 1 year? Have you taken the baby step for that? If you've not taken the baby step, why haven't you taken it? Which course can you take? Whom you can approach? How you can do it? All those questions will be asked. So that what happens is there's a goal setting. You are accountable to take the actions, basically. So that is what the role of a coach is, basically, and it is honesty. So whatever you are telling your coach and the coach is telling you, it's an honest conversation which is happening. You're not hiding here. So if you've not done something, you've not done something. Go and tell that. So when you acknowledge the fact that you've not done something, the coach will be able to help you how to navigate. And the most important what your skill set is, basic most important skill set a coach should have is a growth mindset. So what it means is that you're not rigid or fixed mindset. You are letting the coachee be adaptable, flexible, and not limiting themselves if they've done something wrong. You're making them accountable for what has gone wrong, but they're not showing you down or letting you down, or they're not telling you that, oh, you're not able to achieve that. So they are not, there's no negative attributes, or somebody's not looking down upon you. As a coach will never do that. So a growth mindset and a deep listening attitude should be there. So when you talk to a coach, and if you're able to identify your own blind spot, basically, then you are at the right you are with the right coach, because you are able to identify your own blind spot without someone telling you that these are your blind spot, and then you just have to figure out how to navigate through your blind spot. Blind spot means the gap you have, where you want, if you have a gap from where you want to reach somewhere, and if there are gaps, you feel there's a gap that you are not able to achieve a certain goal or passion in your life because of certain gaps, that is the blind spot, basically. The flaws or the things which are pulling you backward, basically, or you're not able to go that extra mile, take that extra step. So these are the blind spot which you need to know. For example, if you have some fear of for example, I had a fear of driving because I had met with an accident when I was a kid. I was thrown from one side of the road to the other side by a bike. So always when I used to look at the road, I was not able to hold the steering, or even I never knew how to ride a cycle. But I had to understand that whatever happened was not because of me. So slowly, when I started understanding that when you ride a cycle, what needs to be done, you have to look ahead. You don't look at your handle or anything, you look at the road. So automatically that you are able to conquer that fear. Same thing with the when you're holding the steering, you don't go with the mindset that you're going to hit somebody or you're going to meet with an accident. You go with the mindset that car is in your control, steering is in your control. That's how you overcome your fear. So once you understand what your fear is and the reason behind that fear, then you can take help from people, help from a coach, how to overcome it. So I had a coach when I told you when I came back from a sabbatical of 2 years, and I was at a crossroads where I did not know what I need to do. Do I need to go back to corporate life? Do I need to start my own practice? Do I need to look at putting my experiences in the form of a travel log or something? I was at a crossroads. So my coach did not tell me that I have to do X, Y, Z. He asked me relevant question. What do you want to do? What is your interest? And where do you see yourself in another 5 years of time? Do you want to travel more? Do you want to work more? Do you want to do coach people? Do you want to share your experience with travel? So he asked me a lot of relevant questions, and I said, and then he said, why don't you share your experience as a travel snippet with people? I said, I am not good at writing. I will never express myself, and I will not write. And he asked me so uncomfortable questions, two relevant questions, but I was so uncomfortable that I am not going to do this. I am a person who used to work in a corporate. I will work there only. But how it, but it all changed when I started asking this relevant question. I started journaling basically, and from journaling and answering those relevant questions, then I went back with my answers to my coach, and I said, yeah, I was very uncomfortable when you asked those questions because I did not have answer. But when I understood the questions and I knew where I need to go and where I was stuck, it and the coach helped me really well. And I was able to ask him the relevant questions where I was stuck, where I could find my blind spots, I could do whatever things I wanted to do. And also I could take out time for my passion as well. So I do a lot of things. For example, I write, I'm a dancer. Also, I do take out time for my sessions and my office work, and I travel and I trek as well. So if I have to take out time for all of these things, I need to have time management as well. So I can't do everything every day. So I have to plan which all things I can do whenever which day I can do. So I planned it out accordingly. So I could do things which I was passionate about, the things which I thought I could never do because I never had time. So these things help you out. It helped me declutter my life as well and get clarity towards where I had to go. So for example, if I have to write another second book, I know what are the things I need to do for a second book, when I need to take out time. So if I am working on a website for my personal work which I'm doing, I know Saturday, Sunday is a time I need to spend time to take time out to get that done. So automatically everything falls in place. So it is a coaching doesn't ends that once you find a coach, ek bar baat ho gayi khatam. It's an evolving process because you also evolve as a coach. You also your passion, everything gets changed. Your goals might get changed, or you may get evolved, or you may have reached your goals faster than you have thought. So you may have bigger dreams to achieve, bigger things to achieve. So all of these things also get evolved, and so your journey with your coach is also changing everything. And a coach is required for everybody. So they will help you out. They are not here to show you your negative attributes. They tell you the potential you have and how you can navigate using the unknown paths, using your potential basically. So that's how coach they do. And there are so many coaches available in the industry. Coaching industry is growing basically. So there are happiness coach मिलेगा आपको, fitness coach मिलेगा, dance के coach मिलेंगे, reading coach, habit coach, different kinds of coach. So it is up to you what kind of thing you want to cultivate, or what do you want to achieve. Accordingly you identify. But basic thing is, whenever you're going to a coach, make sure they are a very good listener, deep listeners. They have a growth mindset, and they help you in looking at your life, and have the ability to help you with time management, so that you have time for everything, whether it's a passion, whether it's a work, whether it's your personal home life. So you need to have a balance in all the three. So a coach should be able to help you out. And if a coach is not a good listener, please don't stick to that person for long, because listening is very, very important for a coach. So in case you want to become a coach as well, the best thing is to practice on your listening skills with your friends and all. So if you are able to listen, become a good listener without being biased, without being judgmental, without passing any of your comments for them, then you can definitely become a coach. Definitely. That's a long way to go, and you can inspire other people and tell them and also help them achieve their dreams as well. So you can help people navigate in life through their unknown paths in life as well. So this is how coaches I think are a blessing in life, because I've had three coaches in my life. So one of them was my NLP coach. I did my NLP neuro linguistic program, and the coach helped me so much that the thing is, I can visualize things basically. So if I want to achieve a dream, I start visualizing it so that I actually achieve it. So that's one technique I've learned from NLP coach Smriti. There's another coach who because of him I got into writing. That is my first coach, Ramanan sir. There is another Hemant Deshpande who helped me reinvent my career. So he helped me find a plan B. So plan A is my career, which I have a corporate job. Plan B is my Nimitam, which is about life skill, imparting of life skill education to young adults. So I was able to start my plan B, which is a social cause, which with the help of Hemant sir, because he told me, why am I waiting for a certain age to start my plan B, or to start with my social cause? I can do it simultaneously. If I can take out time on weekend, I could do that. So you might need more coaches in your life. You might need coaches only for one time conversation. You might need coaches for ongoing conversations. It all depends upon where you are at your life, what you want to achieve in life, which direction you are going. Then it helps you. So when you ask those right questions to right people, it will lead you to your path. So a tagline which I always use is, follow your dreams, they know the way. So when you're following your dreams, when you're on that path of fulfilling your dreams or going towards your dreams, the baby steps you take will take you to the people whom you need to achieve those dreams as well. So whether it's coaches, whether it's your peers, whether it's kind of support you need from different people, support you need logistically, support you need on an experience basis, all things comes into place. So that is another law of attraction also works like that, that whenever you're working towards your goal, everything gets aligned. So there will be hiccups, there will be, it's just a roller coaster ride. It's not that straight line. Life is never a straight line. It's a roller coaster ride. Sometimes you get help, sometimes things don't work in your favor, but that is also taking you to another new direction, like another new door. You're looking at a different perspective at that point of time. So probably do look for coaches, because they will add value to your life, definitely. So if you have questions, do let me know. So I thought this time I'd shared the PPT. I thought shared points बोलने में भी easy रहेंगे, and probably you will also get to know that coaching is really important. Coaching is a great profession as well. So there are a lot of people. Uh, पूरा ये industry coaching industry is flourishing right now, and everybody needs it. Even whether you're a doctor, whether you're a sports person, whether you're from any industry, if you have a coach, it's great. So yeah, so are there any questions here? So I hope you were able to see the presentation, and I can't see any chat here. I'm just looking at the chat window. How much to pay coaches? So it all depends. It all depends upon what kind of experiences they have. I can't tell you an amount, because if it is a very experienced person, they will charge per hour, or they normally charge per hour, or it's a duration. It depends upon the duration. So some people have coaching sessions for 3 months. They have it for 6 months. So I think anything from 10,000 to 1 lakh rupees the coaches charges. So it all depends upon the experiences, the duration, the time, for what purpose you're taking a coaching for. It all depends on everything. So you can't. I can just give you an amount, but yeah, it varies. If you are getting into coaching profession, you earn a lot as well. And if you are a coach, you need to pay also to get that kind of experience as well. So if you go to Tony Robbins for a coaching session, or somebody who's in abroad, so their coaching charges will be very different. And if you're in India, it will be very different. And there are coaches who look at your reinventing your career and all of those things. So they're planning with you. They're looking at your finances. They're looking at a lot of things in your life. So they will charge more, because they're putting their efforts with you, putting more hours with you. So it all depends. So I hope, Ketan, I've replied to your question. Yeah. So yeah, mentor and coach is very different. So make sure there's a if you're able to find a good coach, mentor comes still easily available. You can have a mentor in your office, mentor or senior anywhere. But coaches are professionally trained people. They have those they know the life skills which they need to look at in an individual. Ask right questions as well. Mentor you may not be that qualified, may not be that experienced. So mentor can be anybody. If you think you have a role model, that you can go to the role model and they can be a mentor. They may not have gone through a coaching certification or anything, but a coach who's gone through the certification knows, he's been trained how to deal or handle situations with their coaches. So I think I've answered all the questions I had related to coaching. And if you need any help regarding this topic, you can reach out to me on my Insta ID. My Insta ID is Gatsi_Musafir. Or my name is Smita Umesh and I'm there in LinkedIn as well. If you have anything or any help, you need any help regarding to find any coaches, you can let me know. I can help you out with that as well. So thanks everyone for listening to me, and I had a wonderful time talking about coaching, another interesting topic. So have a good, it's good night right now. It's already 9:05, and so have your dinner and all, and enjoy your upcoming weekend, and do invest in yourself. Coaching is an investment in yourself to for a better life. Bye. Take care, everyone, and all the best.